this question we're asked to find the x-coordinates of the stationary points on the curve of this equation. So let's look at what we mean by stationary points on a curve. So here we have a curve and we have a tangent to that curve. And at certain places on that curve, the gradient of that tangent is 0. And these points where the gradient of that tangent is 0 are the stationary points on that curve. In this case, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stationary points in the section of the curve that we can see. And it's the x-coordinates of these points that we're wishing to find. And the process we go through is to take the formula for this curve, differentiate it to find the gradient formula, and then set that equal to 0, and the solutions that we get will be the values of x for each of these stationary points. So here's the plan then. We have our formula for the curve. Next step, we differentiate that. This then gives us the gradient formula. This is the gradient formula. This was the curve formula. And then we set that gradient equal to 0 and we find the solutions. So this step is to find stationary points, and this will give us the x coordinates, and that's what we're after. So that's the plan of action. So we start off with y equals a half x to the power 4 minus 2x cubed plus 6. And let's differentiate that. Now remember the rules for differentiation. We take down the power to the front and take 1 away from the power. And if there's a number there at the front, we just leave that in. So the 4 times, we'll leave that number there. X to the 1 away from 4 is 3. The same for this one. Minus 3 times the 2 that's still there. X, 3 minus 1 is 2. And a constant, when we differentiate, will be 0. Differentiating a constant. After all, if you think of the graph of y equals 6, the gradient of that is 0. Remember, differentiating, we're finding gradient. So that gives us a plus 0. So here we have 4 halves, that's 2x cubed minus 6x squared. And state what we're doing. Stationary points are found by setting dy by dx equal to 0. So in this case, 2x cubed minus 6x squared equals 0. Common factor, 2x squared. That leaves us with x minus 3. If you don't believe that, multiply it out. 2x squared times x gives you 2x cubed, minus 2x squared times 3 gives you 6x squared. We have now something times something gives us 0. One of these two factors must be 0. So either 2x squared is 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. In the case of 2x squared, 2 times something 0, that's something, that x squared must be 0. X times x equals 0. The only solution to that is x equals 0. If x minus 3 equals 0, x must be 3. Find the x-coordinates of the stationary points on the curve with the equation y equals a half x to the 4 minus 2x cubed plus 6. There they are. X equals 0, x equals 3. That's Mr. Corsi signing out. Hope you enjoyed the video.